Our biggest risk problem here is not snow or cold weather, it's mud. And when it's muddy, swath grazing is no different than anything else, but it makes you cry to see them trample it into 2 feet of mud and just beller for more.
When you get mud and it's a slurry, you're not feeding cows with a bale and you're not feeding them in swaths. So you have to have some solid packed carryover grass to move to.
We've had spring breakup twice this winter already. You have to have a place to go. We just feel it's better for the animals and easier for us.
We had this scenario here 3 weeks ago where we had a melt in January and the water's running. And we pulled calves off of swath grazing because it was getting muddy in January and stuck them on some native grass right beside it.
The managing from year to year is a challenge too. Last year we had a ton of snow and I thought having more snow was better. I just hate seeing it like it is today with a lot of melt in there and the water running. I find my feed utilisation is probably cut in half. So I really like to have a snow cover and the ground solid. If I can just have the ground solid, that would make a difference.
Especially if you know that it's going to be warm and muddy or in the later spring. Just give them so much at a time and they'll waste less. If they only have to go on it a couple times, they'll get more ate and less trumped into the ground.
Yeah, this year we've had a lot of pluses in the winter and it's been a way different challenge I've never had to deal with before. They lay out there more and they are crapping on the hay more and just making a mess, and they don't want to pick through what they've already laid in. And
the cooler the temperature, the dung starts freezing and doesn't foul the forage, so they can actually eat more of that. When it starts getting warmer, there's a little more fouling. If that morning you've checked this and it hasn't changed, the next morning it's time to move. Even though there's residual there, that's nothing to be alarmed about because it's just a little more fertilizer and it's holding moisture.
If you're trying for the first time, just because you have a bad year the first time, don't give up on it, because not every year is the same through the winter. So it's something that takes some management of resources, as in work with the climate you have through the year. Don't just say, I'm going to do this every single day, regimental, and then put up with the consequences after that, because not every day is the same.